So now I want you to look at these three different business models, three different ways of designing our business. Think about, where would you put your business today? Where would you put your business today? And in doing so, I wish I had a better diagram of this, but let me pull this down. Usually I would do this on a flip chart, but I want you to think about this triangle. And on the top, three different business models. On top, we would have the customer-oriented business model. Down here, we'd have the innovative business model. And over here, we would have the operationally efficient business model. Customer orientation, innovative, operationally efficient. So draw the triangle, and where would you put your business today on this piece of paper? Where would you put your business today? So Michael Hamilton, I'll start with you. Where would you put your business today in terms of design?
On the top of it, customer oriented. Okay.
You'd be up here somewhere.
Right, up at the top. Okay.
Good. And Christine Nugent, where would you put your business today?
Customer oriented.
So you'd be up here as well, around in terms of the design of your business. Diamello, where would you put your business today?
Definitely customer oriented.
Okay. And what would be the evidence of that? What would be one piece of evidence of that in terms of your business?
Well, I don't know. We handle every property that we service. Like we treat it as if we were living there, basically. Okay. So we value their we speak to their managers and we treat them with the utmost customer service experience. Also, their residents, we treat them as our own clients. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so I would say customer oriented.
We treat each of our properties as if they were our property.
Yes.
Yeah, great. So in the book, when they looked at thousands and thousands of small businesses, anyone want to guess where they found most small businesses on this triangle?
At the top.
At the top?
At the top, I would.
Anyone else? Let me show you. Can everybody see that? They found most small businesses in terms of the design of their business were right in the middle of the triangle. Smack dab in the middle of the triangle. Meaning the design of their business, rather than focusing on one of these three, they were focused on all three. Trying to be both focused on customers, focusing on innovation, focusing on efficiency, all at the same time. And whether this was conscious or subconscious, this is where most small businesses fall. And I've found the same thing. This is where most small businesses, and they do. And why do you think we do this? Again, either consciously or subconsciously, in terms of the design of our business, why do we fall right in the middle of this triangle? Why do you think this is?
I think it's because we're trying to be everything at the same time and trying to make it happen. When I saw the triangle, I was tempted to put myself in the middle too. So
I think you're right. It's one, trying to serve three different masters. And secondly, I think it's about trying to mitigate risk. Because for many small businesses, the idea of planting our flag here and only here seems risky. Same thing here, same thing here. So that's why most small businesses trying to mitigate that risk say, you know what, we'll just hang out here, focusing on this, this, and this. And yet what the book found and what research found is the riskiest place is not here, here, or here. The riskiest place to be is here for a small business. Because here you only have one master, right? Here you only have one master. Here you've only got one master. But here, how many masters do we have? Three. We're trying to serve this monster. We're trying to serve this monster. We're trying to serve this monster. And is that possible as a small business that we can serve all three at the same time? Very difficult. So what they found is the most successful businesses, big or small, choose one of the three. We're going to be this, or we're going to be this, or we're going to be this. They plant their flags solidly in one camp, here, here, or here. Think about also, if you're living here, the danger of that. Let's start with hiring. If I'm trying to hire for a company and our business model is this, would you agree hiring is very difficult? Because do I look for someone who's really good with customers? Do I look for someone who's truly innovative? Do I look for someone who understands efficiency? Well, those are very different people. How about decision making? If I'm living here, decision making is really complicated because every decision gets filtered through all three of these versus just one. So that's what I want you to think about now as we talk about designing your business, is which of these business models is best for you. There's no right answer. The key is picking one. Now, I will tell you that for most small businesses, if we're allowed to choose, most small businesses pick the customer orientation. Because to be the innovative business model, that can be very costly because we have to invest a lot of money into research and development. And to be the operationally efficient usually requires being a large business because we need scale to be operationally efficient. And that costs money as well. So for many small businesses, by default, we find ourselves being the customer-oriented business model in terms of the design of our business. But the key is, as you go about designing your business, pick one. Pick one. All right.